Hi everybody, Marti Angel here with a blog post for the second niyama, Samtosa, which means contentment, to be in observance of ourselves, to make sure that we are in the space of contentment. According to Samtosa, it refers to our lot in life and how we should not desire for more than what is available to us in the moment. Now, it is important to understand that it doesn't mean that you should not strive to have more or strive to be more. What Samtosa is saying, what it is the second niyama is saying, is that you are aware that you need to be aware of the space that you're in right now. So, a great self-coaching question to ask yourself is, how can I find the sense of contentment right now? How can I be in that space of knowing that all is well right now? If I earn this money, then I will be happy. If I get this job, then I will fill in the blank, because that's where we go. That's where our mind takes us. We're always looking to be happy in the moment that's going to be in the future. Yes, once again, let me remind you, if you start thinking, if I earn this money, then I will be happy, or if I get this job, then you fill in the blanks. If you think like that, then you're not really in Samtosa. We're in violation of that. We're in violation of contentment. In other words, we must be careful that we are not creating our future based on our past. Our past, through our longing, through the things that we wish they were, is really important that we're not in that space. The other thing that is critical here is that we make sure we are not living for the future. Like, when I get that money, then I will. That's living for the future. By being in the space of, if this happens, then I will, brings your being in violation of Samtosa. So what are you being in this moment? Are you being happy with what you have right now? In other words, noticing that this moment, all is well in this moment. No qualifying, no, taking into consideration all the things that could otherwise be. You see, we tend to do that. Oftentimes, we don't bring contentment into our goals. As an entrepreneur, we are always saying, when I reach my goal, when I get this. And so we act out of congruence, if you will. We must come back to the sense of contentment. So as a yogi, looking for a way of life that is always in contentment, I choose to notice every moment of my life, to awaken the contentment of the present moment. How cool is this? For right now, how cool is this that I get to speak to many of you by you guys watching me? When we are able to do this, then our need for things begins to dissipate, and we will begin to find a deeper sense of joy and that sense of contentment that comes deep from inside, that knowingness, letting go of the longingness, but being in the knowingness. When we begin to live from that space of contentment, we find the right here and now, and that releases us into a sense of simplistic freedom. How cool is that? I want to share a quote that brings Samtosa into perspective for me, and I hope it does for you. And the quote is, "True happiness comes from contentment with whatever one has, not with thinking that one will be happy when one gets all one desires." That quote is by Edwin Bryant. It's an amazing quote. Now, all of that being said, what I must say is that even though sometimes I find it difficult to wrap my head around the observance of contentment. So if you find yourself being like, because I remember, I would like to share a story with you right now as I'm thinking. I remember when I was very young, my mom would say to me, she'd tell me, be happy with what you have. And I used to get so angry at her. My mind would play tricks on me. I would think, why? Why do I have to be happy with what I have now? Why can't I have more? I don't want to be poor. I remember thinking that. And it was so interesting now that I see it. What she was telling me is be happy in the moment. And what I was getting was you can't have more, right? And so if you're in that space like I was, what I didn't realize then was she was just asking me to be happy. She didn't say don't go for more. She didn't say don't want more. She didn't say don't aspire to be more. I found myself out of a congruence. And I began building my life from that space. Now, at my age, my space of being content in every moment, because I'm a 2-time cancer survivor, is incredible. I love every single moment of my life. So, open yourself to more space and become all that you need to be in order to bring the life that you really want into this space. And you bring it in by being here in this space and being happy for everything that you have right now. Now understand that with Samtosa, it's not that everything is okay. It's, man, this sucks, but I'm okay, right? Doesn't mean that shit isn't going to happen to you. It doesn't mean that, hell isn't going to break loose. It just means that no matter what, I'm okay. In other words, you won't be immune to bad things, but when they happen, when that all hell breaks loose and comes at you and you'll find yourself in a shitstorm, then you'll learn to weather that shitstorm a lot better. So be careful. If you get all caught up in the desire or the fear of life and it gets up into your head, then begin to remind yourself that you have a choice. You have a choice. How you react is your choice. How you act is your choice. So remember that. If shit hits the fan, just begin to say, shit hit the fan, but I'm okay. Now, as I always say, get into the place of choice and choose a different space to live in that moment, right? Well, that's all for now. I hope this really helped you. I hope you found meaning in this. And I would love to hear a comment so that I can continue to give you more pearls of wisdom as I get them myself. I would love for you to leave me a comment down below. Share the link. Like me on Facebook. Like me on Instagram. Just find me, Marti Angel _ at Marti Angel _ ELC for Empowering Latina Coach. Now, please join me in gratitude. I am thankful for everything I have, for all that I am, and all that I'm about to become. Have a great day, everybody. Namaste.